What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB back in the building, back with another video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into this really quickly, guys. I got to get this workout on, but I wanted to come on here and make a quick video for you. And I want to say this before I start. I've said this before. There's always some type of level of respect that I have for any boxer that steps inside that square circle. It's a dangerous sport. They're putting their lives on the line every time that they step into that ring with an opponent. There's always that level of respect there. I'm going to always give that, no matter, regardless of if that's my favorite fighter or not. If I don't like that person as a fighter, there's always going to be a level of respect. Now, you guys know the situation with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. The saga continues, and Wilder finally spoke up and gave his side of the story, his assessment of what he thought that was going on with the first and the second fight. Let me say that. Now, a lot of you guys know that I went to that first fight, and I was rooting for Wilder in that fight. You guys know what happened. The fight was a draw. I was fine with that, and they had to fight. You know, they had to fight again. So I didn't go to that fight, but I watched the fight on pay-per-view, and Wilder lost the fight. Tyson Fury became the WBC champion. At that time, was I happy about it? No. But I thought you win some, you lose some, you live to fight another day. And then the stuff started popping up about the Glovegate situation. It started making rounds on social media, here on YouTube, and a lot of people were saying all kinds of stuff. And I was in the camp that I really didn't see it that way. I just saw it as Wilder having a bad night. Things happen, man. Things happen in the ring. Sometimes you're just not yourself, and sometimes a fighter just gets the better of you. That was my assessment at the time. A lot of bros got on my head about my take on that. So I do what I always do. I look at things from both sides. So I looked at tape on people saying that Tyson Fury cheated. I looked at tape on people saying that he wasn't cheating, and then it got to the point where I just didn't know what to believe. It was just so much information. It was just like information overload, and I just thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if Deontay Wilder just file a formal investigation and have the Nevada Athletic Commission look into this so this situation can be resolved. I think that would be the best thing to do to see if Tyson Fury cheated or not. If Tyson Fury cheated, then there should be consequences for his actions. If he didn't cheat, then we move on. We move on from this whole situation altogether. Now, outside of that, the thing that was intriguing me the most was the situation with Mark Breland, how Wilder fired Mark Breland. And I know what people are going to say. Boxers fire trainers all the time, and that's true. They do, because sometimes they might need a fresh start, or somebody that maybe they've outgrown that trainer and need someone to show them some new stuff. But I watched the interview with Wilder on 78 Sports TV channel. Shout out to him. And I watched his interview with Fred from Barbershop Conversations. Shout out to Fred. I'm sure I'll see you at Errol's fight. I always run into you. But and it was clear to me that Wilder fired Mark Breland because of that situation. It might be some outside circumstances I'm not privy to, but I just want to speak on my assessment of listening to the interviews, watching the fight that night, Wilder was highly upset that Mark Breland threw in the towel to stop the fight, and I always viewed that as Mark Breland's Rocky Four moment. I know it sounds silly, cliche maybe to some of you, but you guys remember in that movie when Apollo Creed was fighting the Russian, and the first round he took a beating in that first round, and he told Rocky, "Whatever you do, don't stop this fight." And he went back into the ring. He was being annihilated in the ring. His wife was screaming, "Stop the fight." Rocky was holding on to the towel, and Apollo Creed's trainer was yelling to Rocky, "Throw the damn towel." And Rocky didn't do it. And we saw what happened in that. Apollo Creed lost his life in the ring. I always kind of thought those situations mirrored, even though it was Wilder was a real life situation, and I thought Mark Breland was having one of those type of moments. He saw his fighter in trouble. He couldn't defend himself. Tyson Fury, a huge man that night. We saw how big he blew up to. He was agile. It was Wilder was being decimated in that ring, and he had to make a split-second decision whether to prevent his fighter from further harm or even losing his life in the ring. That's the way that I saw it. And I know Wilder. He's just like any other fighter. He's a warrior. He wants to go out on his shield. A lot of fighters, when their trainers throw in the towel, they get highly upset. But sometimes the trainer has to be the eyes for the fighter when they're in the midst of battle, and they have to step in to prevent them from getting hurt. Because fighters lose their lives. They lose their livelihoods in that ring sometimes. They lose their health in that ring. I mean, look at the Adonis Stevenson situation. And there's other examples of that situation as well. But that's my take on that. I just didn't agree with Wilder firing Mark Breland because of the towel situation. Now, like I said, if there's other outside circumstances, outside of the ring that night that we're not privy to, maybe their relationship was deteriorating, then that's a different story. I'm just making my assessment based upon, the fight and him throwing in the towel and some of the things that Wilder said on those interviews. So I invite you guys to go check out those interviews, 78 Sports TV's channel, and of course, Fred from Barbershop Conversations. All right, guys, that's all I got to say about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about the Mark Breland situation. Do you agree with Wilder? Do you disagree? Just, give your 2 cents in the comment section, guys. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.